DQ, back to work,
Yes.
back to practice.
Yes.
Sounds like some guys out there on the field that we haven't seen in a little bit. Just what's it like to be back out on the field?
It was cool, man, and it's probably the first time in as long as I can remember where like everybody was back practicing, and so like that's such a good thing. There's energy that goes with that. To see guys going, it was just the first day of the week, so I don't know exactly where we're at on the game yet. But having these guys come back in, man, that's a big deal for us.
Can those names like we were Jaden and Terry and Noah, Drake out there? I might be missing some, but
Yeah.
like how can that invigorate this roster?
Well, I think in a lot of ways. One, it makes like every practice even that much more competitive when everybody can ramp up a little bit to go. And then obviously, like you said, the playmaking ability of people like that where they can go take their mark, and go take their shots at things. And so that's a big deal for us.
When you were talking to reporters a little bit ago, I thought it was interesting, the last 6 games, you sort of polled the staff, it sounded like.
Yes.
The messaging isn't just me. It's not just my show. It's a collective effort. Why do that, and why is that important to you?
I think all of us, I like the collaboration, number one. A lot of these guys I've been together with now for over a year and a half, man. Like, I want your insights. I want to hear it. I want to discuss it. Hey, what are my blind spots to say, hey, let's think about this alternative. Let's think about this way to go. And it doesn't mean that we'll use all of those ideas, but what it does mean is, man, we're thinking about it. There's a spot to go further. All of us can take it. Can we do more? Yes. And so what does that look like individually as a coach? What does it look like collectively as a staff, as a team? And so that's what we dug in on hard. And that's kind of the fun part of coaching and seeing how much better you can get. And we got plenty of ops to go do that.
Going back to just Jaden for a couple of minutes, we know what kind of a player he is. This has been just a tough season, a few
Yes.
different injuries. How have you seen him approach that, get through that, and then get on the practice field today?
Yeah, well, one thing we know about him, like this is one resilient dude. Like there's like no flinch in Jaden Daniels. He just has that part about him. But for him to get back out on the practice field, it's a big step. Knowing, okay, done the work, doing the rehab, getting all the space to go. He just enjoys that space, being out there with his guys. He likes to compete, and learning how to do that, playing quarterback at the highest level, taking care of yourself, all those, they all factor into it.
I'm guessing you're not on Instagram.
Right.
Jaden Daniels is. I don't know if you've seen the movie The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
Okay, that's one of my favorite probably my favorite of the series. Anyway, Jaden last night posted a picture of one of the scenes where Batman's in the jail, Bane's jail, before he mentally overcomes some things and gets out. And players, of course, the age of social media, they're kind of in some ways their own PR. Commanders Nation's reading into it. What do you kind of see in the movie, knowing his journey? What do you?
I think just for all the fan base, they're learning what his teammates are like. This is one resilient, tough competitor, and I love that about him. I really do. I think that's what he stands for at his core. And that's really what he's always been. Like I'm ready to overcome the next thing and overcome the next thing. He's no stranger to that, and so it's very cool seeing him in that space, knowing he wants to persevere, punch through to the next space, and he'll do that.
A big reason, I guess, that a lot of these guys are back, Al Bellamy and his staff, and sometimes on game day, our cameras will catch him maybe whispering some good news or bad news in your ear. What's that moment like when you got to do something on the fly when Al tells you something good or bad, and how important is that partnership?
Yeah, well, the first things that they go to the position coach first. They don't even come to me first. So, all right, go to that special teams coach. And so there's a process, like most things, that you go through. And then as a coach and as a team, there's like contingency plans that you have built in. Man, you don't want to put them into action, but there's going to be for coaches as well. And so knowing, okay, what would happen in this spot? Next player has to go in. How would we go about that? And so we do it at practice. This person's out, this person's in. And it's an important process to go through. Like I said, you hate for that to happen, but you do need to go. That's our game. And in the moment, okay, what's next? You just kind of go through the checklist of what has to happen next.
You come back from a break, and ready or not, you get one of the best teams in the NFL coming to Northwest Stadium in a primetime game. How do you think your guys have begun to approach that challenge Sunday night?
Yeah, well, I think first things we wanted to look at ourselves first. told the team for a year and a half, for those who have been here, we're building something good, but the only way for this thing to become great culture, standards, is for all of us to live it. And that's the smallest things, the little things. Say, can we do this better? Can we do this part better? And if we do that and fix some of the mistakes that have taken place, we'll like the results. But it's important for us to be able to go do that. And so the challenge of Denver's there, but the challenge for us, leveling up, that's first and foremost.
Kind of going off that, just something I'm curious about. Second-year players, obviously, Jaden, Mikey, Johnny. I know you've said in the past you want to see, obviously, younger players take a step. How do you think that class has, how far have they come?
Yeah, there's ups and downs. There's lessons all over the place. And you wish it was just, man, it just never stops going up, but that's not how like development works. There's up, go down, go up, down. And so what we want to do is eventually just up, down, keep going up.
Yep.
And that's what we want to see moving forward, man, and again, and again, and again. And so these guys are made of the right things. They stand for the right things. And now we want to make sure our performances are always, hitting that spot that we want to hit.
Holiday week, Thanksgiving coming up. I know you're big on bonding outside of this building, outside of Ashburn, guys getting together. I'm sure many don't have families here. Do you know, are guys going to be getting together, celebrating?
Yeah, it's one of the cool things about a part of a team, and Thanksgiving is one of those times, man. You come into our house, you come into this house, you come into that house, and so to see those guys share that time, whether it's the rookie that doesn't have family here or the person that has, come on, we're all going over to this spot to go. That's one thing about this team. And there's some new faces here, through the season with some injuries, that some new guys are now who haven't been part of this brotherhood for a long time, for them to realize, okay, this is something different here.
Thanksgiving, Coach, I got to, anything you're thankful for right now?
Yeah, I think just being here in this space, with this team, and even in the tough spots. Breathe, man, like what we wouldn't have given years ago to be in this spot, in this moment for our lives. So I got a lot of gratitude for that, and knowing it's a fight right now. But I also, man, in a weird way, I'm thankful for the fight, and knowing that you need it. It sucks when you're going through it, but I think we have the right crew to do that.
Thankful to be sitting down with you, Coach.
All right,
we'll see you Sunday night.
All right, let's get it rocking.